Okay, here is the greenhouse now in wintertime. We had some snow last night and it wasn't so very much, 10-15 centimeters or something. But I wanted to check one thing. If you see here, all the snow has fallen off the roof, skidded off. And the same has happened here on the other side as well. And as you can see here, on top of the roof here is a tarp that I stretched over so the snow can skid off in winter, so I don't get this massive weight on top here, and with the result that the roof cracks down. And as you can see, some of these greenhouses, they have a rain gutter on the side here, and in winter this can be a problem because they stop the snow from skidding all down and getting off the roof. It will stop against the gutter here. The thing I did was to stretch a tarp over it, so I don't get this problem with the snow stopping against this. And it is working well, as you can see. Nice. Snow, it weighs very much, so just 10 centimeters of snow on the roof like this will be a hell of a lot of weight, and it can damage the greenhouse. And I'm talking of experience. I have had greenhouses before that's been broken by the snow. And this greenhouse here is polycarbonate windows in, and they don't break in the same way as glass do. And everyone that has tried to pick damaged glass around know it's a big job to get rid of everything. And that's why I have bought a greenhouse this time with the polycarbonate windows. And that don't break so easy. Yeah. Okay. And here you can see the tethering I've been doing. And I reckon this also saved my greenhouse during the last storm we had here. We haven't got so much snow yet, but it will come, as it always does. I don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's take a trip inside. Well, hello folks. I'm now prepared for the fungus gnat season to come. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm up in the grow room again, and I'm working on this thing here. Before I can do any filming in here, I need a new light source, because I have tried this one earlier. It's 2 x 500 watts, and it gets very hot in here, and my face, it turns orange like this. So I'm gonna swap those two lights here with 2 LED lights. This one here is only 5 watt, It's amazing how clever they are to make things like this these days. Well, I'll fasten those two up here and I'll be back again. So hopefully I get another color in my face. Maybe blue. Okay, it's like being to the dentist. I hope you can see the difference between the color in my face and this tomato here. You do? That's okay. Okay, enough rubbish now. Today I'm going to sow some tomato seeds. I'm also gonna slice open some tomatoes and show the insides and the difference between the different varieties and stuff like that. I also want to tell why I cross my tomatoes. I've been crossing some tomato varieties, and beside that it's fun. I done it for a reason as well, and my goal is to get a tomato variety that's half size between cherry and slicer, and I also want it to be very hardy and somehow strong and frost tolerant, and a good resistance against blight and fungus and mildew and things like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is to slice up some tomatoes and show you the difference in the amount of meat in them and the amount of seed chambers. Well, here I got collection of some of the tomato varieties that I have been crossing this summer, and I can cut them open just to show how they look inside. Well, this one here is a Cherokee Purple. It's a small one though, that can get very big, over a pound, and it's a tomato. It tastes a little bit salty. It's very meaty, and it's very disease resistant. So I have used this variety here in some of the hybrids I made to increase the disease resistance. Okay, I can cut it open just to show what it looks like inside. It's very nice inside. Got good with meat. The gel here is green. Many of the black tomatoes have this color on the gel. And the seed chambers are quite many in here, as you can see. So it's a very beautiful tomato to look at, but I ain't so fond of the salty taste. I like them sweeter. But as one of the parents in my crossings, it's all okay. So let's hope the hybrids will taste somehow a little bit better. Okay. This one here is a Mennonite. It is indeterminate variety, just as the Cherokee Purple. And inside it's very, very meaty. Look here. And this is a very beautiful tasting tomato. Got few seed caves. On this one there was quite many, but some of them only have a couple. And I don't remember if I said it was sweet. It is very sweet. And the taste is delicious. So I will try to make something similar to this one, just a little bit smaller. Something in between a cherry tomato and this slicer. And here is a cherry tomato. I haven't got a name on this one. It's only an orange one, but it tastes quite nice. It's very sweet. And as you can see here, I got 2 seed chambers. And I have crossed this one here with a Mennonite. And I hope to get some varieties just in between in size of those 2 here. And I hope they are very sweet as well. And this cherry tomato here is Rose Quartz Multiflora. It has a great amount of tomatoes on the plant, and it's very hardy and tolerates quite cold weather. It's the toughest tomato variety I got. And here you can see there are 2 chambers as well. And it's a very good tasting tomato. I have crossed this one and Mennonite to see if I can get say a yellow orange tomato size just between those 2 here. And I also crossed in this Rose Quartz with this Mennonite to get some disease resistance as well into the Mennonite. I have also made crosses with Rose Quartz Multiflora and Cherokee Purple. And I think that will be a very hardy tomato variety. I suppose the F1 generation will be inside something in between those 2 here. And I don't know how many seed cavities there will be in this F1 variety. It's just to wait and see. But I also made this cross to make a sweeter tomato out of this Cherokee purple. So all in all, this Cherokee purple is very disease resistant. It's very hardy against blight and mildew. And the same is this rose quartz here, but it's also very frost tolerant. So my goal is to get a middle-sized or 2 middle-sized tomatoes that are really tough, that can stand some cold summers, falls, springs, you know, some really tough ones. I have also made a cross between this Cherokee purple and another cherry tomato. It's called Black Zebra Cherry, and that variety also has 2 seed chambers inside. I don't have so big thoughts about the taste of that hybrid, but as a tomato to cross further on with something sweeter, I think it could suit very well. But crosses can surprise you both ways. I can show you how I process my seeds here. Here's a rose quartz cherry tomato, and it's crossed with Cherokee purple. And the stage of the ripening on this tomato is, you can see here, it's very soft, and I think it's great to take the seeds when they are over ripened like this. So I'll cut it open and let's hope for some seeds inside, because it's not always there are so many. As I can see, there are some here. Oh, I just press out the seeds like this. I use a teaspoon on the back of it. Fungus gnat. So I just try to get out some of the worst meat pieces here. I will think there's about 30-40 seeds here, as I can see. And another reason why I crossed the Cherokee Purple with the Rose Quartz is that Rose Quartz is a very early tomato, and Cherokee Purple is very late. It's far too late here at our locations, so I hope this F1 hybrid will come up with some tomatoes earlier on in the season than its father, Cherokee Purple. Okay, let's go further on in the process. When I do so small quantities as this, I only use a little cup like this, fill a little bit water in, and then pour the seeds and pulp material down in it. Yes. One thing I always do is write the names of the parents. And the date. Like this. So the next thing I do is to just let this stand open for a couple of hours, so the yeast spores in the air can come down here and start its work. When I've done that, I put the lid loosely on like this and let it stand on a quite warm place for about 3 days, 3-4 days. And when I've done that, I pour this into a sieve and I pour running water over it and take the seeds out and put on a parchment paper. I can show you here. So here are some dried seeds that's been standing on a quite warm place now for about a week. And as usual, I have to write which varieties the parents are, or else I'll forget it. When all the seeds are dried, I put them in a paper bag like this, or a Ziploc bag, and store them. But I will also take a couple of these seeds and sow inside here. So I'm going to grow one of these crossings during the winter, and I hope to get tomatoes on them and then take the seeds from them again and then plant next summer. So this this first generation of plants, there will be something just in between those two parents in shape, colors and things like that. But in the F2 generation, the next generation after this, they will split up much more. Some will be small and some will be bigger. So I have to collect the shape, taste, colors and varieties that suits me, and that's most disease resistant and early frost tolerant and things like that. So let's have a look at some of the tomato plants. Well, the first tomato plant I want to show here is it's a crossing between Cherokee Purple and Black Zebra Cherry, and it's this big now, and it looks very, very healthy. It got dark green leaves, and it looks like a very robust plant. So I hope this will flower and bring me some tomatoes now in a couple of months. So if I'm lucky, I'll get seeds from this before next season starts. So this crossing here between the Cherokee Purple and Black Zebra Cherry, and this first F1 generation, the tomatoes on this one, they won't be striped. That will be a black tomato or a dark pink or something with no stripes. So the stripes won't appear until the next F2 generation. Okay, that was this grass. And this here, it's a cutting, and that's the tallest and nicest Black Zebra Cherry I had this summer. So I wanted to keep this over winter and then plant out again next year. So I just keep this one short by snipping the tops of them as soon as they go as big as this here, and let them grow in a bush form. And in February, I think I will take those growing tips and make some new plants of them, 3 or 4, and start growing them as well and plant out next summer. And this one here is a rose quartz multiflora, but this plant here is also a cutting, and it is from a plant that was very sweet. It had a Brix value, as you call it, of 10, and it was the sweetest tomato I ever tasted. So I'm glad I saved this one, and I will do the same with this plant here. Snip the tops off and use the growing tips later on for new cuttings that I can plant out next year, and maybe give away some of them. And here's another cutting. This is orange cherry tomato, and it's very sweet, and it carries very, very many tomatoes. It's tomatoes all over the plants, and they are very sweet, and people and my neighbors that I've tasted it liked it very much. So I don't know the name of it, but I call it Pippi after Australiengrens, Pippi Longstocking, just to remember the variety. But I don't know the name of it, or if it's is stable or something like that. But it's a very good tomato. So I will keep this one all winter and do the same procedure as the others. And this one here is my old rose quartz multiflora. And I took a cutting from an old one I had in the greenhouse. And this plant here, I've been saving this for many years, overwintering it by taking cuttings and grow it again and again. And I will top this one as well after a while and make a bush out of it and do the same as the other ones. So this tomato plant here has been following me for a long time, many years. Yeah, she's my baby. Okay, this was some of my plants here, but I'll stop now and I'll show you some of the other plants as well in coming videos. So I hope this update here wasn't too boring, and I'll see you next time. Be kind to each other, and bye bye.